Alright guys, welcome to 4.6 Savage. Yes, you read that title right. Today, I am going to tell you how a car wash ruined my car. Now, we have salt here because of the snow we just had a couple weeks ago. So they salted the roads. Because I have long tube headers, they are painted, but I decided I needed the underbody wash. So I took it to a car wash which has one. So it sprays under there, everything's running okay, you know. Then I get home after making that JMod video. So I let it sit for a couple hours, it cools down. After it cools down, I go to leave for work. So I leave for work, start it up, it runs about 10 seconds, and it starts loping. Now, I decide not to take it to work that day because it was loping so bad. It was literally a dead mess on all 8 cylinders. If I stepped on the gas, it would not rev. So I went ahead and pulled it in the garage, and I took and went to work. So I come back and I go through connections, and I start blowing them out and putting dielectric grease in them, and still no change. So I start thinking maybe it wasn't the car wash that did it. So I went ahead and I did my plugs. I needed to re-gap them since I have Autolite coppers. So I went and gapped them at 0.50. That still didn't help. And then I found out I had 2 dead wires. Cylinder number 2 and cylinder number 6 were dead. Well, partially dead. I shouldn't say they were completely dead. The wire would arc sometimes. It wasn't making a full connection because I guess the plug wire was broke on the thing. Anyway, that's beside the point. So we get to the real problem. So I decide to data log my car. Now the first thing I tried was when I had a loping issue and it smells like fuel, I went ahead and I changed back to the stock tune. The stock tune did not help and actually made it worse. So I went and I data logged it. Found out it's not reading one of the O2 sensors. Apparently, the car wash had sprayed water inside the O2 sensor and has fried the O2 sensor. So now I need an O2 sensor. The other issue is my O2 sensor is pressing against the transmission due to my long tubes. So now I have to figure out how to move my O2 sensor, which I'm probably going to do with a 90-degree bung. And so that way it does not have any other issues, because smashing into the transmission is eventually going to go out again. And as much as these sensors cost, it's a little bit expensive to be replacing them. Now, that being said, what I'm probably going to do, because the 90-degree O2 sensor bung moves the sensor forward, I'm probably going to switch the dead sensor to the rear, since the tune tells it has no rears anyway. And I am going to see if that fixes my issue. If it does not, I am going to look at other issues and possibly the computer. Because at one time I was diagnosing it and I pulled all 4 injector wires off this side right here, and the car ran exactly the same. The computer was not firing a whole side of the engine. My fuel trims have been telling me that the driver's side is pulling out fuel like nothing else. It's literally maxing out the fuel trims. I don't know why. I think it's the O2 sensor. If it's not, then there's, like I said, there's something else wrong. And we'll end on that note. On a side note, let me show you over here. I finally got my window stickers. So, as you can see, here's my Instagram tag and then my YouTube channel. Across the back. Sorry for the dirt. She needs to be washed real bad, but I'm not going back to a car wash. And there's my other tag. Now, I wish I should have done it differently, but I didn't. Next time I will. But in order to look right, it needed to have both up like that. So it's going to be facing the other way. I'm not that worried about it. And right now, that's it. So remember, guys, have fun and be savage.